Guys, hello again. We are back with the Tenjin, and this day was eventful. So maybe not this day in the video making, but today in my day, which is actually you're watching 2 days, because I am here present in the voice as one day, and then the video is on another day. Yeah, today in the voice, I nearly blew my house up. That was fun. I cut the gas valve, not valve, the whole pipe, a 22mm valve. A 22mm pipe, I cut it open and the gas just blasted in my face. So that was fun. Had to call the fire brigade, 999. But yeah, let's just talk about the Tenjin instead. Some happy thoughts, alright? So we are painting the gold on the armor, everywhere that the gold appears on the Tenjin himself. And we're going to be whizzing past as usual because, like I said, there's a lot of footage. So the gold is going on the, what would you call them, ribbons? Next to the armor, and of course we're going to have to do a lot of coverage on top of the paints because I do not use masking tape on this like I tried. We did try using masking tape in the previous episode and that didn't go well at all because it was just so time consuming. I think it's just the best practice just to paint on top where, for example, the gold isn't supposed to go on. We're just going to paint black on top of it. But look at the beautiful small details on here. The little rings for the cloth ropes. They look gorgeous like that. I love how this is coming together. And we only got like a few colors at the moment. So we've got purples, we've got black, we've got red, gold. I think that's only like 4 colors at the moment. And to be honest, I think that's how many colors the actual Tenjin is consisting of. Gold, red, black, and purple for his skin. I think that's pretty much it. So we are getting very close to the actual assembly. I think the assembly is going to be in the next episode, so let's look forward to that. Oh, we do have the white left, I think. That's for all the skull areas, like his teeth. And then we're going to have to think about the electronics as well, because we're going to be doing that in the next episode. But the gold is just looking beautiful. But a lot of coverage goes onto the reds, which isn't good by me. I'll sort that out in a bit. A lot of precision work here. Quite tricky, very time consuming, but worth it. I mean, the piece is finished and I'm in love with it. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to do another coat of the red just to make it a bit more vibrant. But it's going to get actually a lot more vibrant as we are going to gloss coat it. No, not gloss, we're going to matte coat it to protect the paints, the acrylics. Because, like I said, if we leave it open like this, and we introduce water, that's going to wash away. We do not want that. We do not want all these paints to merge with one another. We want to protect them and seal them. So we will be doing that. Back onto those rope, what would you call them? Rings? I keep forgetting the names. Normie? It's my cat going onto somewhere that he shouldn't. Let's just move the cat away. He loves being where he shouldn't be. Normie, do you have anything to say for the microphone?
No.
Oh, he did have something to say, but he scoffed off, if that's the right word. And this is the front middle piece, or the back middle piece. And it's got a nice little trim on the outer edges. Gold again. Very royal, that gold, isn't it? Like the royal trim. It's nice to see this all sped up because hours and hours of painstaking labor. Seeing it all together in like 10 minutes for a session is nice and satisfying. Guys, I'm just wondering, those who made the Tenjin models, what other models have you actually attempted from them? Because they make such beautiful creatures, people, characters. It's really hard to choose. I mean, well, is it hard to choose? I mean, for the Tenjin collection itself, we've got an amazing fox, owl, and himself, and it's just, they're all so unique. With the fox, it almost, what does it look like? God, it's hard to tell. It almost looks like it's from Nightmare Before Christmas in a way, with the skeletal design. And I'm very, oh my god, we're still gonna have to paint the fox and the owl. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna do a lot of painting, but they're actually painted very quickly compared to the Tenjin. Because I use this next method that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using that for the fox and the owl, which is the rub and buff sponging method. it's a very, very useful trick that I've learned from other users, of course, in the cosplay community. I think that's why I picked it up. Or my friend Guy, I think he mentioned this rub and buff technique, and it's so effective. And the way you want to do it is you just don't want to overload. You don't want to overload the sponge with too much paint. Actually, this isn't even a paint. This is more like a wax. So we dip the sponge into the wax, and then we get rid of any excess onto some paper. And then I like to use a little cotton bud, as you can see here, for any fine details. And the same method, you would dip that into the wax and then get rid of any excess onto the piece of paper. And then again, I have to top it up with some black because I went a bit overboard. And now I went overboard with the black, so we're gonna have to go back and forth with the gold and black until we get it right. Let's move on to the horns, or the thing that he wears on his head, whatever you call it. I'm not sure what you call it. Helmet? Oh, his helmet. I love the sponging technique. It's so effective, especially if you want to give it some depth. Normie. God, that cat is a menace. He found a little spot on some kimchi towels, and he's got to sit down on it, but I won't let him. It's not his spot. He's got a nice little chair. He's got a nice little bed, but he doesn't sleep on it. It's so nice and cozy, and I put it in quite a hidden spot because I know cats like to hide, and still he won't go in there. Now here, this is the face that Tenjin has on his crotch. For some reason, he has a crotch on his face, but I love it. It's what does it look like? Let's have a look at it. Does it look like a skeleton? We don't know what it looks like. Looks like something out of Doom, to be honest, and I love it. So much detail. But I kept this to one color, just gold for the skeleton, and then of course you have the trim for the ropes. I'm just gonna call everything trims. Everything is a trim that has gold on it. Maybe not, but that looks great, don't it? Look at that. Back onto the helmet piece. Get all this tiny details. Surprisingly, that took a long time for the helmet area. I didn't want to overload it with gold because we still want to retain some depth. You know, we don't want to just like make it one piece gold. And back onto the helmet. So remember, we had a lot of painting to do for the helmet, hat, and that was a lot of red in lots of very tiny pieces, but we got there in the end. And onto the hand, we've got some chainmail to paint gold, and I don't think he has any chainmail on his body. I think just his hands, just his gloves. That's right. So what's left after all this? We still got the sword to paint, we got his pants, we've got the skull, teeth, and we've got to do the eyes, the glowing areas. There's going to be a lot of super gluing in the next episode. It's going to be fun next one because we're actually going to glue everything together and get the LEDs inside the Tenjin himself. Because once you glue it, you can't really disassemble it without like breaking stuff. So that's what's going to happen next. Look how good that hand looks. I'm so proud of it. It's just so detailed, and I think I've done a pretty good job with the paint. I'm very pleased with that. The sword is TBC, to be confirmed. Not really appropriate abbreviation, but to be done. TBC, TBD. The sword is still to be done. But I think I really should have printed it in clear. There's quite a few pieces that should have been printed in clear to make your job easier. I think maybe the head, the sword, and I forgot what he's holding in his hand. I think it's called an amber soul or something like that. So those pieces, and then what he stands on, that should be clear, printed in clear. Back onto the head. So he's got massive earrings, massive ear stretchers. And for the belt, he's got a trim around the belt. So he's got golden, red ropes with a golden trim. Everything has a golden trim, I told you, everything. Lots of trims. Whizzing past because this takes long. Oh no, before the actual assembly, what we do is we're gonna clear coat it. So I'll show you how I'm gonna be doing that. But look, it's got even detail on the inside. I love it. Then you just want to wear that, feel all the clunkiness. And Normie is coming back. I can see him. He wants to lay down on his kitchen towels. If only you can see, guys. But for now, I'm just gonna make you watch all this video of me painting instead. You're not gonna get any Normie action. And cleaned up all the excess gold with the blacks. Bit tricky, because there's a lot of it. But guys, if you're quite curious about what happened today, watch my home renovations videos. I spent like the past half a day painting all these pieces, but they are looking incredible. I mean, look at that. That looks sick. So I think time well spent. I think. Getting there. Still got quite a few pieces to paint. I still got some gold left on this. I'm not decided what color I'll do for these. And the sword, and then put it all together and glue it all together. Looking great.